All right, guys, we'll start with hits for week 111. Hits for week 111. Spring break, guys. I love this. Dustin Starr, I'm going to have to call you out on this because no one else probably noticed this. Oh, probably some of the boys there at tapings, but you was doing that lifeguard gimmick, weren't you? You were doing a lifeguard gimmick. This was really fun. A little different set there. Spring break. I loved it. Big hit there. Uh, Big John Dalton intros. Dorado there, Lindsay Dorado backstage, and the people there that was just getting crazy and excited about him being there. Lucha lit. They were all lucha lit. All right. Next up, we had K Toomer. Man, guys, that crowd was so hot, was so loud for K Toomer. Absolutely loved that. Loved it, loved it. This is something organically that started with him saying showing up, and the crowd absolutely loves him. Gun Show came out and said, you know what? I'm going to watch your back. I knew something was going to go wrong here. It just didn't seem right. And we'll talk about that at the end. But K Toomer, I was going to tell K Toomer, you better watch out for the Gun Show. In the Gun Show, you need somebody watching your back. But after what happened at the end, I don't know what's going on there. Up next, we had, as usual, every week I have hits. Bruce, Bulletproof Bruce, and Ray Collins was going at it, and we had the return of Brother Red. That's right, big guy. Brother Red returns on episode 111. Just jumped in the ring. They started beating up Ray Collins, and then we had Swole made the save. Really like this, so we're probably going to have Swole and Ray Collins tagging up against Bruce and Brother Red. All right, then we had some clips from the Memphis Grizzlies wrestling night. I love this. Vicious and Mike Anthony, Van Vicious and Mike Anthony going against Dreamer. But I put Bubba Ray. I guess he goes by Bully Ray now. Love it. Love seeing the Grizz jumping off the rafters there, I guess you could say. Just a really good segment there. Good clips showing that Memphis Wrestling, the stars of Memphis Wrestling, going against two hardcore legends. Those two guys, I would love to see Bully Ray do a whole episode of Memphis Wrestling with Tommy Dreamer or without him. All right, next up, we had Lindsay. Let me make sure I say it. Lindsay Dorado against Zay Washington. Man, let me just say something. Big hit here. Terrence T-Bone was so good during the introductions here. The intros were awesome. It was an open challenge. He had mentioned it at the very first of the show. Dorado against Zay Washington. I was laughing. Dustin, during commentary, said something like, oh, my Lord. My mom always says, you remember, y'all, I love my mama. She always says, Lord. So that reminded me of my mother. I wrote down big, huge upset. Big, huge upset, guys. And this is one of those things that we haven't seen as much of. A lot of the guys, the young guys, will get a rub from the stars that come in. But we have the star here. And the old school wrestling rule is that you put over the local talent. So who's going to be here every week? Zay Washington. So we put him over. Big upset. Love the match. The match was so good. Terrence said match of the year. I put it down also as one of the matches of the year. Next up, my big hit was the Posse vignette. The Posse is after Derek King now. They've already taken out Ray. Now they're going to take out Derek King. I absolutely love this. It's just, I don't know. I want to say spooky. I want to say evil. The Posse, I remember some of the very first videos and them doing comedy, and I said, I say this over and over, I don't really want to see them wrestle. I just want to see them do comedy. I also said they can't turn the Posse heels. They can't turn. This version of the Posse is as heel as they come, And you know, you want to see them beat. If Derek's by himself, he can't handle both the posse guys. He can't do it. They said they're putting him in the old folks home, I believe, just like the other legends that he grew up idolizing. Fantastic, fantastic vignette. We got James Ellsworth coming back in. So we got Gaston and Matt Williams talking to James. They have a plan. I love these two guys together. I love what they've done with this. I'm excited to see what they're going to do. It's got something to do with the girls, and Ellsworth was just perfectly used the last time he was in here. And you also have these two guys, Gaston and Matt Williams, who, you know, Matt had a feud with Austin Lane, but Gaston, this is his push. This is his first real big push, and he is knocking it out of the park with these vignettes, these little videos and such. Fun stuff. I keep saying fun, but it is. It's good stuff. Good stuff. We had a battle royal, and as everyone knows, I'm not a huge battle royal fan, but I'm gonna give this one a hit. This is the way to do a battle royal, guys. Get them out there, throw them out. Loved it. We had Rocky from the Redbirds there. Loved that. Big John returned with Rocky as his tag team partner. We had some other guys in there, and a big win to become the number one tag team, the number one contenders for the tag team belts. And that's one of my favorite teams in the area, the LA Hustlers. That's right, guys. Hey, y'all, if y'all need a manager to help y'all in that title match now, you can always call old Coach BT. He'll come in and help y'all guys. The LA Hustlers with a big win. The main event, K Toomer against Maurice. I mentioned this a couple weeks ago and last week. King Kong versus King Kong. The big muscle man against the monster K Toomer. Fun match. Exactly what this match should have been. A couple of big moves from both guys. We have a very, very good finish. Love the finish. Gun Show going to help, with quotation marks, going to help K Toomer, and hits a big Gun Show lariat on K Toomer with Maurice getting a pin by mistake. Was it by mistake? Am I reading too much into this? We've had 2 or 3 people say, is Gun Show turning? Oh, loved it. Guys, that is our hits for week 111.